Hello there, beautiful souls. I am feeling extra happy today. So I decided to share with you guys the cosmic or some of the cosmic insights of the upcoming month of May 2022, especially the major planetary transits that you can look up to. You can actually add these to your agenda or to your calendar. This is what I do to have on my mind, on my awareness, to be aware of what may unfold in the upcoming weeks. And sometimes it just makes sense. You're like, why am I feeling this way? Oh, that's why. So if you want to have this tool, these tips with you in your tool belt, make sure you watch this video until the end. And if you are new here, by the way, my name is Fatih. I'm a holistic astrologer on a mission to help you reawaken to your true inner divinity, baby. And in this Living Simply Safe Space, this YouTube channel, I discuss all things astrology, spirituality, esotericism, and self-transformation, because ultimately these are the ingredients to best navigate the crazy, crazy world in which we live today. So if these are things that put sparkles in your eyes, just like they do for me, make sure to join the ever-growing community that I have created by either subscribing to this YouTube channel. You can also follow me on Instagram, where I share more intimate and private snippets and tips. And last but not least, feel free to join my extra special newsletter. I will leave the link in the description box for you to find. Before I speak of the astrology of May 2022, I want to touch base on the last days of April, because these are the natural evolution, if you want. In astrology, there's a story unfolding, there's a message, there's a bigger purpose always unraveling. This is like the underlying philosophical premise to astrology, is that there's meaning, there's purpose in what's happening. Nothing is just happening in random, just like that. No, that's not the case. So to better understand the month of May, we first need to look at the end of April and what's happening there, because that's going to help us see a better and clearer image. So I'm going to split my screen now so you can screenshot or just write down whatever is in there, and I'm going to peek at my phone from time to time so that I can give you the most accurate dates and planetary events. So on April 29th, Pluto is retrograde in Capricorn. And this retrograde begins on April 29th at 28 degrees of the sign of Capricorn. And it will end on October 8th because Pluto goes retrograde for rather long periods of times. And when it ends this retrograde in October, it's going to be at the 26th degree of Capricorn. So it's like not a lot of wiggle room, because Pluto takes a lot to move from one sign to another. But based on where 28 degrees of Capricorn falls in your birth chart, this area of your life is likely going to go under construction. I'm telling you, this is a time to reflect, especially around the themes of manipulation or maybe hidden fantasies or sexuality, power issues. And by the way, if you do not have your birth chart elements with you, or if you don't have any single idea what I'm speaking about when I mentioned the 28th degree of Capricorn as an example, make sure to download my free guide, How to Read Your Own Birth Chart, for free. The link is going to be somewhere in the description box, and it's going to help you determine how to set up and read your own birth chart, so that you can actually grasp all of my videos and all of the astrological videos that you're ever going to be watching. So moving on the collective level, this Pluto retrograde will be a time to rethink large power structures, and I cannot wait. This has been going on for quite some time now. Exterior sources of authority and large corporations are being questioned. I'm all for that, as you may already know. But all of these things are related to Capricorn and Pluto in some way. So I'm feeling like there could be a social attempt to further dismantle or crumble, even more the big guys. Like the big guys could have a tough time. And of course, we are always feeling the effects of this. Like there's a domino effect wherever we go. If there's dismantling here, people here are still gonna feel that. So I can't say if these attempts will work per se, but I do think they will open our eyes to some of the ways in which we may rely too much on external validation, comfort, security, and things of that nature. So keep your eyes open and look up where 28 degrees of Capricorn falls for you, and try to work out whatever needs to be worked out in that area in your life. So in April 30th, yeah. On April 30th, we have a partial solar eclipse happening in Taurus. And this will kickstart the eclipse season of 2022. I am so excited. And it will feel, as always, because it's eclipse season, like a new beginning. And the solar eclipse is all about that, a new beginning. So expect new projects, new ventures, new relationships and adventures to enter your life in a surprising but almost fated way. This can happen quick. This can happen in hard or brutal ways. So yeah, do keep that in mind. It's not always an easy stroll down the park. Eclipses can be brutal, so brace yourself. Since Taurus deals with the senses, with natural resources, with our inner resourcefulness as a humankind, some of the themes of this very beautiful transit and solar eclipse could be pleasure, reconnecting with your natural immunity, with your body, redefining your value system, and alchemizing fear and anxiety and transforming them into comfort, into security, into confidence. And by the way, as for all the eclipses of 2022, the houses in which the lunar nodes of the upcoming months fall in your natal chart, so Taurus and Scorpio, are going to be flashpoints for your year. To learn more about the eclipses, what they mean, etc., make sure to watch my video on the topic, what do eclipses mean in astrology and how to survive eclipse season. I will leave the link in the description box so that you can watch it after this video. Okay, so on May 10th, between May 10th and June the 2nd, Mercury is going retrograde in Gemini and then in Taurus. And this is another retrograde after the Pluto retrograde in the end of April. So this time it's happening. Mercury retrograde usually happens in one sign. But when Mercury is close to the last degrees of a certain sign, it is entering another one. So there's two different energies that are going to happen for us. We will have a lot of energy going on because there's a transition, a shift. We're not just experiencing Mercury going retrograde in one sign, it is happening in two fucking signs. How cool is that? But anyways, I recently made a video speaking about Mercury retrograde and what to expect during these times, during these weeks. So I'll leave the link for you guys to watch it. As well. So there's lots of resources for you if you want to go deeper and learn more about what I mentioned in my videos. But anyways, all I can say about this time with this Mercury retrograde is that the planet of communication, of thoughts, of memory, of the intellect, of being smart, Mercury, it loves being in Gemini because that's the sign that it rules. It's so at home, it feels comfortable. So I'm expecting a quick-witted quality to life in the first portion of the retrograde, and this occurs right in the heart of eclipse season. So there is a fated aspect here too. You are called to reflect on your dreams, on your visions. Jupiter is entering Aries too around the same dates in May. So I'll speak more about that in a minute. But overall, there is a call to truly make smart moves. Life, the universe wants us to make rational and well thought plans for the future. And Mercury retrograde is the ideal time to go over, look at that plan and see if we missed anything, because sometimes, well, life happens. We don't always have everything in check. We sometimes forget about things. We sometimes pass too quickly on certain topics. So this could mean going back on certain tasks we thought we wanted to do, revisiting some certain goals, certain plans, or completely rewriting your own story if you are lost, if you are feeling overwhelmed by life. And then on May 22nd, Mercury is going to enter Taurus, so it's moonwalking and it's going to leave Gemini and enter Taurus. And Taurus, compared to Gemini, is a fucking slow planet. I'm speaking unhurried, unbothered, and chill as fuck. So when the fast-moving Mercury enters this domain, our mental processes tend to slow down as well, and this will have us focus more on practical and grounded, sometimes even materialistic considerations. These are the necessities of life, your finances, your food, your resources, etc., and your possessions too. So there could be delays all throughout the Mercury retrograde. There could be delays and problems in terms of the banking system, in terms of food supplies, etc., especially within the Mercury in Taurus retrograde phase. So do listen to the preppers or to your favorite astrologer over here. But yeah, no matter what happens, I don't want you to fearmonger, but just slow down and try to review how you eat, how you pay your bills, how you use your hands. What do you do with your time? All of these things need to go in review mode because some things are in need of some change, and the change happens now. Okay, so on May 10th, Jupiter enters the bold, the fiery, and the excited Aries. And when Jupiter, when the planet of expansion enters this adventure, go-getter fire sign Aries, we are going to shift our collective and individual awareness from others to us, from others to the self. And this could mean more selfishness, more competitiveness, more self-serving behaviors. But let me stop you before you start judging. This is good. I know it sounds weird, but we are at a pivotal time in our human evolution, and we need to stop playing games. Like, fill your own goddamn cup first. That's it. If you are healed to help humanity and serve everyone in this planet, you have to become your higher self. And to do that, you need to search and to reach for your goals and dreams now. Because these things, these goals are the ingredients to your success. And how do we get to your goals? How can you get there? By having your needs met. So you get the idea. By having a little bit more self-centeredness about your dreams, you can help others even more than you think. When your needs are met, you don't need to pretend, you don't need to people please, to wear a mask. All you can do is help others. When you help yourself, you are in a position where you can help others. And that's the message here with Jupiter entering Aries. It is gonna skyrocket that for us even more. So ask yourself, am I expecting others to validate my life, my purpose, my goals? Or am I here to live a purposeful life regardless of what others may think about it? Because this, my dear friends, if you answer this question honestly and act out from a place of confidence, of knowing what you want to do and who you are, this period is going to be very, very fruitful for you. Because Jupiter is generous, Jupiter is about opportunities. So if you embrace yourself, if you're like, okay, now I'm doing me, now I am looking out after myself, the world is gonna be your oyster and the opportunities are gonna flow like no other time before. Okay, so on May 16th, we have a total lunar eclipse in Scorpio, and this will be a time for closure. This is a chapter of your life or something from your past that's gonna end. It's gonna reach a peak, and that's it. That's gonna be a conclusion. It's gonna drop and stop. And it's a good thing. It may be hurtful, it may hurt, it may wound, it may be difficult to process at first, but this conclusion, this ending is something that you need, something that we need. So no matter where this transit hits you, no matter in which area of your life it expresses itself, make sure to embrace it fully. From a relationship to a career ending, it is the beginning of something even better. Trust that. And all eclipses, to say the least, and like I always say, have this cosmic helping hand energy weaved into them. So do not try, like I really insist on this, do not try to fight the current. You will be bruised and it's not gonna happen anyways. Like the more you resist, the more difficult that this eclipse season is gonna feel like for you. And by the way, if you want to know how the current transits and eclipse season is going to affect you and is affecting you already, make sure to book your unique one-on-one transit reading with me. I would love to help you figure out what's going on for you and what the stars have in store for you. The link to my services is in the description box, so do not miss out on that. So on May the 17th, we have Mars entering the adventurous and beautiful sign of Aries. So Mars, the god of war, aggression and action, and when I say god, I mean it's the archetype of these things. In astrology, we speak about the god and goddesses as images so that you can better understand the energies of each planet. But anyways, the god of war and aggression and actions is in Aries. It feels at home. It feels very at home because it rules this sign. So because of this, I think that we will have a lot more stamina, and this is an understatement. We will have a lot more courage, energy, and drive during this period. I am very excited for that. And make sure that you use this time wisely, because on the less positive side, there may be some anger, some competition, some frustration, impatience, and impulsivity in the air. Stay clear of the winning the race mentality. You know, you don't want that. You want to complete the marathon, not just the sprint. You don't want to hurt people along the way. You just want to get there. So don't get burned out. Do not lose yourself in the race, and focus your energy into what you want. Focus your energy into the things that you want to see more of in your reality, because trust me, this period is going to be very energetic for you. You're going to have a lot more energy and time to do the things that you want to do. So don't fall into the cracks. On May 19th, Mars is conjunct Neptune. So this screams sacrificing yourself wholeheartedly and passionately for something that you believe in. And as beautiful as this may sound, there's also, I have to say it, fanaticism and evil zealousness that can come with this transit. So literally someone could die for something that they believe in, and that's not pretty, of course. All you have to do in order to avoid these scenarios, all we have to do as a collective to avoid these scenarios is to slow down and to use our intuition and our logical brain as well as we did before. We need to make rational decisions. We need to make rational, wise actions, and to use our energy and our compassion and our beliefs and our dreams as something that works together, not something that creates drama, not something that creates trouble. So to make this a lot less scary, this could even look like someone in your workplace just having this thing, this dream, and not knowing how to express their energy, not knowing how to go about it. This could be you. You could have a difficulty reconciling between those two things, or you could be too irrational in the way you go after your dreams. So I'm asking of you to slow down, to think about whatever you're going to do or whatever you're doing during this time period. Is it going to work? Is it rational? Is it safe? Is it good for me? Is it healthy? Yes, I'm like, don't go out there doing drugs or whatever. Like, stay healthy, stay rational, and everything that you want is going to be yours as long as you put in a little bit of efforts, and trust me, you're going to have all the stamina in the world to do it. In May 29, we have Mars conjunct Jupiter in Aries. And for me, this is the transit that resembles the Holy Crusade the most. Think of major actions, major ventures and initiatives. This could be a transformative time for you because there's a lot of potentiality, lots of opportunities. This is the gold rush, if you think about it. So in bright colors, loudly, boldly, and with a lot of confidence, we will have the desire and the stamina during this transit to run after our goals. So I hope that you use this transit and all the other transits of this month of May 2022 to your advantage, so that you can become your best self and reach for the stars. Because truly, hon, this month is about taking those dreams, those things that we used to think were never gonna happen, and putting them in place. Okay, maybe that one dream is not happening right now, but what can I do instead to make myself get there quicker? How can I still be moving? How can I still be on the go, regardless if my desires are not my actual reality? Trust your timing, my dear. The universe is not hurried. You know, the plants, nature, nothing hurries. In time, everything gets done. You do not need to succeed. You do not need to be a TikTok sensation right now. You do not need to be a millionaire by the age of 25. All you need is to keep doing what you love to do. Keep finding your zone of genius. Keep growing and healing and finding to learn about love, compassion, etc. Because that's going to help you live the best life. And whether you succeed now or in 10 years is not even going to matter if you are happy. On this note, I wish you the best, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.